I think now I've made a very solemn vow with myself that I'm never going to get another job. I've decided I am boycotting work, I think. I've had some good experiences in work. I've had a lot of bad experiences in jobs, various jobs. The thing is, I've been treated respectfully, particularly farming jobs. Very often, yes, they come with free accommodation, but they come with the ball ache of lots of different forms of bullshit, and usually in the form of other people's bullshit. And to be honest, like the times when I've been most respected at work, I've been on some farming jobs or really working in pubs, restaurants, and things, and working for the National Trust. I felt, enormously respected by everyone there, and they would never discriminate against me, for instance, on the basis of my disabilities, my mental health conditions, or anything like that. And yeah, I felt valued and respected by the whole team there, and it was a great experience for the entire year. And but I've decided now. I think I'm at the point now where I can probably earn money from my art at least. I've got a plan for trying to earn money with my poetry, like writing unique poems, and if it means frankly going through the rigmarole of being homeless again and trying to earn money as a homeless person, then I would indeed do that. I've learned a lot from the channel Joey the Gypsy on YouTube, who is quite a popular YouTuber now. He's got about 78,000 subscribers or so, and he is what I would call a professional homeless person. He lives in a van. He makes money doing all sorts of different things. He would when he was homeless in New York, he would do portraits. He would do stand-up comedy on the streets. He would do various different things to earn money, and do like delivery driving even, but that's a job, I suppose. And I think I'm a good enough painter now actually to sell some of the. Look at some of the things I've got just here behind the camera. Like I painted this. I think that's sellable, to be honest. I think that's quite a nice thing to have on your wall. I can do these. I can do these very quickly. That's the thing. I'm not going to sell this one. I'm going to give it away. But I think the colours and everything else, the brush strokes, the little wavy patterns in it, you can look at it quite closely and keep getting nice things out of this one, I think. So that's quite a nice painting, I think. This one here, I did without white paint, and I'm really quite proud of this. This is actually quite special to me. I'm also going to give this away to someone at some point. I want to, I don't suspect she's watching my videos, but I want to give this one to my sister, I think, for her birthday, and try and rebuild a stronger bond with her. But this is my best painting I've done here, definitely. This is something that I did without white paint, which is hard to do because the addition of white paint exposes a greater spectrum of different colours and makes the process of blending colour easier. It also prevents paintings from getting too dark and being too hard on the eye very often. But if I can recreate more paintings like that, I'll be very pleased indeed. And I'll just show you one more painting, which I don't know quite how sellable this one is. I don't think this is quite as good as the other two, but also done with a very minimal amount of white paint. So these do not take me much time at all to make, and I can make those really quite routinely now. I've isolated my own sort of set of techniques that I use to make these paintings. So I think, what could I get for them? I don't know, really. I might have to sell them on Etsy or something, mark them up for. Some of my paintings have been marked up for 150 quid. For instance, when I got a painting put in a gallery. In terms of people wanting to buy original artwork, a lot of people do buy original artwork as investments. So there's a thriving market out there for art, and I want to try and break into that more. And I think I can do that if nothing else. I've sold poetry on the streets of Amsterdam before when I was homeless out there. I would very often give the poems away. just to people who, you know, I thought would appreciate them. But, you know, sometimes someone give me €20 for a poem. It's not bad, is it? Really. Just for a little poem done on the back of a beer mat. So that's what I'm going to try and do. My starving artist bohemian existence. Build up a reserve of cash that way. Maybe stay in homeless shelters, maybe drift between hostels, stuff like that, just writing and painting, and somehow keeping my shit on lockdown. So something tragic, like for instance, if my laptop were to get stolen, I don't know how I'd quite recover from that so easily. If my phone gets stolen, I don't know how I'd recover from that. Those are all sorts of additional setbacks that might happen. Obviously still work on Astrodyne rocket jet, my shadow corporation, working on highly advanced technology, the next step in human space exploration, hopefully, the next step in human progress, bringing a new era of human civilization possibly, and radically increasing our ability to get payloads into orbit. And yes, try and form collaborations with people with the credentials, frankly, to be able to bring this sort of project about and bring it to fruition. And yeah, try and get that going on the one hand. So those aren't like jobs really, are they? That's more like a vocation. That's more like something which can earn money, you know, for what you're passionate about. Not just some job somewhere, doing my job, etc., etc., etc. All this nonsense. Like Alan Watts, who's a philosopher I greatly admire. He said, you know, he made a solemn vow to himself when he was a young man. He was never going to get a job. That's what we're all pushed towards, pushed through the university system, through education, or in most cases, you know, whether it's a university or not, we're all pushed to get a job. Like, you must get a job, you must work, work. Like, why? Why do any of that shit? No, like, follow what you're interested in. And, you know, hopefully the money will come down the line. I can make these paintings so routinely that I could do several in a day, sell them all on Etsy, you know, and do it that way. That's what I intend to do, I think. And bring up little, like, these cottage industries. I can more or less manufacture paintings like that. They'd all be original, some will be better than others, but like nothing like this, which I think is a rather nice painting, a rather fine piece of art. It looks like a little eye or like a hurricane of colour, doesn't it? And this is nothing special, really, in terms of what I create. It took me 10 minutes to make, at most. 15 minutes, possibly, at push. But yeah. Then I have the writing in the background also, the poetry, the novels, still work on those. So yeah, am I lazy, like my family would like to say about me? Like, no, I'm not lazy. I work very, very hard. I'm at least constantly thinking from the moment I wake up in the morning to the moment I go back to bed. Thinking is work. I write every day, I read every day, I research every day, which involves reading. Then I paint, which is more like a hobby, but could potentially earn money. Stand-up comedy, all the rest of it. Am I lazy? No. No, I work harder than most, actually. That has been my experience anyway. But yeah, and theoretical physics and doing space elevators and things. Even if I'm wrong about theoretical physics, like, at least it's close to one avenue. You know, but I don't think I am wrong still. I think there's a way it's probably correct, my idea, or my ideas. But yeah, anyway. Thank you for watching, everybody. Love you lots. Bye bye. See you soon.